everyone, it's Alexis here with Create Your Future, and I'm one of our coaches here on staff, as well as being a certified clinical hypnotherapist and also a master practitioner of NLP. All right, so let's get started on today's video. The topic of today is how your mind creates and the basics of your mind. So I find this to be really useful because I get a lot of questions from clients, and I'm sure you guys are subscribers are often wondering exactly how does the mind create? Do we have evidence of it? And then how does this whole thing happen? How is everyone you pushed out? How do your thoughts transmit? Where do they come from? Things like that. So it's my hope in this video to clear this up. Before I get started, just make sure that you grab a pen and a piece of paper. You can take some handy dandy notes of anything that you think speaks to you that you want to go over later. All right, so to understand how the mind creates, let's first understand the basics of the mind, all right? So your mind is composed of two things, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, the conscious mind is about 12% of your thinking located in the frontal lobe of the brain, and the rest of your mind is 88% of you, which is pretty shocking when you first learn this. But the subconscious mind is the rest of you. It's your body's processes. It's your digestive system. It's the subconscious mind job to keep you alive, keep you safe, keep you going. Your subconscious runs your oxygenation system, your blood system, lymph system, digestive system. It's really in charge of everything else besides your conscious thinking. Okay? So now that's the basics of the mind. You've got 12% of you is conscious. 88% of you is subconscious. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is your subconscious mind also is a storing place for information. It's a storing place of your childhood. It's a storing place that has memories of the past. And it's really got a record, depending on how deep you go and what your thoughts are about this, it's got a record of everything that's happened to you. Not to get too deep and dark about it, because not all those things matter that are in there. And the subconscious isn't lurking with blocks. It's not lurking around with things that are, out to get you or something like that. So now we understand that, right? We have the conscious mind located in the front of the brain, the frontal lobe of the brain, and then the rest of you, which is the subconscious mind. So these two beautiful parts of you make you, right? So now let's get into, now that we understand that, exactly how do our thoughts create? How do we also reprogram the subconscious mind? And then how do we understand how to do this on a daily basis? Okay. So the other really interesting, cool thing is that when you think a thought starts here in the front of your brain, the front of your consciousness. It goes to the back of the mind. Now, Neville Goddard talks about how thoughts vibrate in the back of the mind, which is definitely true. We know that there's a vibrational system also called the reticular activating system, which is in the back of the brain at the stem of the brain. So you think a thought. Now, I always like to play around with this one, maybe because it's my dream car. You guys could agree, you can disagree, no problem. But when you think a thought, I want a Tesla, okay? I want a Tesla, I want a Tesla, I love Teslas. Teslas are the hottest car ever, all right? Those thoughts go to the base of the brain, the reticular activating system, and then they go to two places. It, of course, goes into your subconscious because the subconscious is always listening, and then it activates and pushes out into my reality over here for a Tesla or anything that you do this with. So this might clear up some confusion. I get asked a lot, like, "Hey, Alexis, is this a sign? I'm seeing things in my reality that are representative of what I want, of my SP. Is it a sign?" Now, I always say, well, what does a sign mean to you, right? But you want to think that you create your signs because you create your reality through this system of your own unique, super cool brain. So again, you think a thought, it goes to the reticular activating system at the base of the brain, and then it goes out. Now it goes out into your reality, and like for me, I begin to see Teslas. That's how that works. Another way is you think a thought in the frontal part of the brain on your mental diet. My SP loves me. My SP only thinks about me. My SP only has eyes for me. Guess what happens, guys? Same thing. It goes here, vibrates in the back of the mind, activates that reticular activating system, and then it goes out to the specific person. So that's how everyone's you pushed out works. That's exactly how it works at a scientific neurological level. Because the cool thing about us being humans is we have control over our conscious thinking and our conscious thoughts. That's what sets you apart from your house cat, animals, and things like that, is that you can, with your conscious thinking and your focus, think thoughts here, they go here, and then they go out into your reality, into over to the specific person, and really about everyone and everything. Okay. So the other thing to keep in mind is that this has always been happening. So you think a thought, it vibrates in the back of the mind, it sinks into the subconscious, and then it goes out into your reality. So now the question then becomes, how do I reprogram my subconscious mind? How do I change my reality? And then how do I create things anew? Well, like we always say here at Create Your Future, it's all about your conscious thoughts and it's about your mental diet. So when you look at it this way, you can really see what you've begun to create in your reality by just looking around. How close are you to your loved ones? How peaceful and safe do you feel on a regular basis? How does your specific person react and treat you? Okay. So once you can kind of look around like data, just feedback about what's going on in your reality, you can then begin to understand how to think thoughts on purpose that push out and activate through that super cool reticular activating system to influence everyone and everything. Because it's really that simple, you guys. Okay. So the answer is always to get on the right mental diet, focus on what you want, think positively, and then really take stock throughout the day of when your mind is going into a negative place. Thinking contrary thoughts, giving people free will, thinking that you're not in control, or thinking that things are overwhelming are really good places to kind of look at for where you might be slipping on your thoughts about the specific person, about your thoughts about your job, your thoughts about money, and to reel it in to get back on those positive thoughts, really just about what you want, right? So we're not encouraging anyone to be positive Polly or, you know, be living in like a dream fantasy land with your thinking. But once you understand that your conscious thinking comes and pushes out into everyone and everything, then it really hits home to how important the moment is, how important your thoughts are in the moment, and that every moment provides an opportunity for a new positive thought, a new nurturing thought for yourself, and a new opportunity to align with your self-love, self-like, and self-value. Okay? All right. Well, I hope this information has been useful. Just keep in mind that your thoughts do create. There's scientific evidence for it, and it's all because of that handy dandy reticular activating system. Okay? So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, I'll also give you a couple of intentions that can really keep you on track with this throughout the day. So when the mind begins to wander or you begin to want to have something new to focus on, you can start with these. Okay. First one being, I am in control of my thoughts and I'm in control of my feelings. I'm in control of my emotions and I'm in control of myself. I'm allowing myself to understand that my thoughts create, and I am creating beautiful thoughts in beautiful ways each and every day. Okay, so we're also going to be posting those intentions over at the Patreon group. So you can use the links below to access that, as well. If you'd like to sign up for coaching, we have all that information below. If you want some help on your mental diet, how to get on the right thoughts so that you activate the right thoughts for your specific person, work, love, money, anything, we're here to help you. We have a fabulous group of coaches that I am blessed to be part of. So all that information is below. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and have a beautiful day.